Now say that again very slowly.
Sure. So the sheath, we know there's single source DNA on the snap from a male. And then they've now matched that, through family members. But what we're not hearing is cross, contamination from the scene itself, i.e. if he drops this and he's stabbing, there's blood going everywhere. And I would submit to you, if it ends up right next to that victim, there is blood on that sheet, but we're not hearing about that. So my thinking is, did this guy bring this post-homicide and place it there as part of a staging activity?
No, he didn't have time. He didn't have time to do that. Guys,
Okay. Wait, what? Staging a crime scene? What in the ever-living... Why? Why?
Please explain.
And then I looked over and I saw there was an officer controlling the scene sitting in his vehicle. And I looked to the left and I saw that what appeared to be a glove.
If you want to be my Glover.
And I looked at my wife and I said, "Is that a glove?"
Oh, it's Tina Turner. You got a Tina Turner reference?
And she goes, "Yeah, I think it is." And so about where Brian was standing tonight, I walked over and looked over, and sure enough, it was a glove.
Glove will keep us together. Give me, babe, whenever.
Well, I can't really tell what type of glove it is, if it's a male, female.
I want to know what glove is.
I later learned there are photographs of that glove.
What is glove? Anyway.
Oh, I like
Does
that.
anybody glove anybody anyway?
And you can clearly see it there. And, I was unaware of those at the time. And when I told the officer, I waved him over and I said, "Hey, you need to come take a look at this." And he walked over and his first words were, "Oh, wow."
I feel like making glove. Dun, 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 dun. Feel like making glove. Dun, dun, dun.
You probably want to collect that, get your evidence people out here to do that. And he took some photographs of it, and I assumed that they, had collected it.
You can't hurry, glove. No, you just have to wait.
I videotaped him doing it just in case, at least taking the photographs. But yeah, it was crazy.
How deep is your glove? Is your
Right?
glove? How deep is your glove? I really need to learn.
Naughty. That sounds naughty. How deep is your glove?
Oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, the significance of it, is unknown at this point. Obviously, if it is involved, then it could be, very important.
Muskrat glove.
Muskrat glove.
Oh, shit.
Oh, my God.
Oh, you guys are killing me.
If it's not, then, at least you have it. And you can put it into evidence just to say it's there.
Glove in an elevator. Gloving it up when I'm going down.
So, the officer, in my opinion, said he was going to bring the evidence folks to come collect it. And I hope they did that, to be honest with you.
Favorite bands. That's Glover, isn't it? That's Glover. Actually, isn't the guy who sings that song, his name is Glover, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And 100%. I mean, and so you got to ask yourself.
Glove is a battlefield.
Right? When gloves cry. There's nothing sadder on the planet. Now I'm definitely going to cry. There's nothing sadder on the planet than when gloves cry. I hate that.
Oh my gosh. I cackled all the way through, seriously rolling on the floor. Well, since we're on the subject of clowns, we might as well have a look at this one.
You should have known better than to think I would leave. You should have known better than to doubt Ashley. It don't Matter if I'm up, matter if I'm down. Either way, I'm gonna be around. You should've known that I would stay by your side. You should've known your girl was gonna ride or die. And it just don't matter if you're rich or poor, out or in. Doing 5 to 10. You should've known better. I would've blew that if I could sing, but y'all should've known better. TikTok had me banned.
Yikes. So, what you need to know about this woman is that all of her videos were about this university professor and a guy named Jack. All the way through, she's going on about these two people. She doesn't mention Brian Kohberger because, you know, the tarot cards probably should have told her that. But apparently, they didn't tell her anything about Brian until, all of a sudden she knows about Brian.
So I already posted this on my website and on my backup page. But anyway, the night of the murders, Rebecca Schofield was trying to get in touch with Jack DeCour. She was having anxiety and control issues because he was not communicating with her. Before he committed the murders, he stole Murphy back. He cared more about Murphy than he did the money. He just felt like money, like the most important thing was Murphy to him. So anyway, so he spent some time in introspection before he committed the crimes to make sure it was something that he wanted to do. Again, getting Murphy back brought emotional satisfaction and fulfillment to him. So the rest of the stuff, he had to think if he really wanted to do it. So he started thinking about what his life was like in his glory days when he was winning, when he was playing tennis and he was winning. And he wondered if life could ever be that good again. And again, with this experience with Rebecca Schofield, she told him that it could be possible for him to play again and for him to win again. So he just sat and thought about it for a while, and he was not answering Rebecca Schofield. She thought he wasn't committing the crimes, so she panics. She goes back to the drawing board and she tries to figure out a solution to the problem. When she went back to the drawing board, she thought, who can I call? She felt like she had multiple options, and one of those options she felt was Brian Kohberger. She contacts Brian Kohberger, again, using her book Creative Arts app, sends him a link and sends a coded message as if she needed his expertise, like he was aficionado, and she needed his expertise in the conclusion of it or whatever. So he opens it up and he's reading the messages and he's like, what do you want? Speak directly, speak clear. What do you want? What do you need me to do? And she tells him what to do without telling him who she was. He wanted to know who she was, but she did not tell him who she was. She just said what he would receive if he was to go commit the murders. And in the book it says there will be a girl, and she's describing who he needs to go and murder. So he goes to, but she also tells him not to assume anything when he gets there because Jack DeCour would be there or potentially be there. So when he gets there, Jack DeCour is already committing the crimes. He's not answering Rebecca Schofield because he's literally busy committing the murders. So she was making a mountain out of a molehill for nothing and implementing another solution to a problem that wasn't there. And therefore then they have Kohberger, who now knows Jack DeCour committed the murders. So Jack DeCour did not want a partner, did not want to share his whatever reward he was going to get for it. So Kohberger leaves, tells them to forgive each other, leaves. And Jack DeCour continues the crimes as planned. But then after that, they realized they had the issue of Kohberger. He knows what they did. And so that's why Kohberger eventually got sent off to the police.
Like I said, yikes. Well, the sad thing about this TikToker is that she's going to have to pack up that lovely looking house there and hand it over to the professor because she ain't going to win this lawsuit.
I think this is how y'all want me to feel about a measly ass $75,000 lawsuit that I'm going to win. Oh my God. Killer Rebecca is suing me.
Well, this is Dr. Grande. Ashley is a self-proclaimed psychic from Texas who posts videos on the platform TikTok. She has over 100,000 followers on TikTok, and she operates her own website. Ashley told the Washington Post that she made a spiritual journey in 2015 and started reading tarot cards. One of her followers asked her to investigate the Idaho quadruple murder case. Ashley performed a reading which indicated that a teacher might be involved. The cards then led her to the term history. I find it interesting that the cards never lead self-proclaimed psychics to terms like common sense, restraint, or early retirement. Ashley pulled up the University of Idaho's website and navigated to the history department. There she learned that the chair of the department was an associate professor named Rebecca Schofield. Ashley claimed that another reading told her that Rebecca was involved in the Idaho murders. She documented her theories on dozens of TikTok videos. Ashley claimed that the professor was romantically involved with one of the victims and participated in the murders. These are incredibly serious accusations, especially the murder part. Rebecca Schofield denied these allegations and filed a lawsuit against Ashley. I watched a number of Ashley's videos on TikTok and noticed several themes in addition to her self-proclaimed psychic status. Here are my thoughts after suffering through several dozen videos. It's very difficult to hear what Ashley is saying in many of her videos. The sound quality is abysmal, and she does not enunciate very well at all. I found myself rewinding and listening over and over, trying to make out what she was saying. This only serves to magnify the pain. To say that her videos are very poorly planned is overly generous, because it suggests that any planning was involved. It looks like Ashley simply records one video after the other without putting any thought into what she's going to say. It's like a stream of consciousness. Ashley makes a number of unusual connections in her videos, like the way she attempts to figure out various problems or situations doesn't make any sense. There are many statements that seem random, tangential, and bizarre. There is the sense that Ashley really doesn't understand the implications of what she's saying. What was Ashley's motive for falsely accusing Rebecca? Is Ashley seeking fame or fortune, or is this more about losing touch with reality? What's going on here? This is just a theory, my opinion. It appears as though Ashley does not have critical thinking skills, and she engages in magical thinking. Through her bizarre way of processing information, she came to believe that Rebecca was somehow involved in the Idaho murders. If she had stopped at this point and never made an accusation, Ashley would have been fine. A person is allowed to believe whatever they want. The problem for Ashley is that she did not have the restraint to contain her belief. She posted it in videos, and now she's in trouble. The situation was caused by magical thinking, impulsivity, grandiosity, a sense of entitlement, and a massive level of overconfidence.
Wait, who are we talking about again? Oh, that's right. Ashley, not Chris. I got confused for a second by the description. Anyway, that's enough fun and games for one day. We'll get back to the serious side of looking at this case in the next episode. So stay tuned.